All right. It's the pro with the flow that throws the Motiv balls coming at you. Told you I was getting it punched up. I got it punched up. We're gonna give it the first review, first game out of the box. No surface changes, just straight out of the box like always. For those that are interested, the drilling I put on this is a little bit different than all the other Motiv balls that I've done in the past. If y'all have noticed in the past, all my pins were pin up being the pin is above the fingers. This one, as you see, is below the fingers. The weight on this that I put down was 50 by 4.5 by 70. This drilling should be a little bit stronger, make the ball a little bit smoother. It is a weaker ball. I want to try to have something in my bag that's going to keep the ball more in front of me so I don't have to give it away so much because of the erratic back end that weaker drillings create. So my predictions right now, I'm going to be standing around 20, keeping the ball in front of me, probably giving away the pocket 8, 9 boards to the left and see how it rolls. The shot right now is not a fresh shot. This is a leftover leg shot from last night, but no one has been on it today. I figured this would probably be a good breakdown ball for when you get a little bit of carry down the lanes. That's why I chose to do this today. So on that note, let's see what the ball can do. Now, for those that already seen the telecast last weekend, you saw that this ball already won. It looks pretty good. Being that it's part of the thrill line, I figured it would be a little bit weaker for me to try to stay up the boards. So we're standing 20, looking at 6. That's pretty close. Okay. Had a little bit more back end than I expected, but it definitely was a lot smoother because it read a little bit earlier. So that kept the second phase of the roll a lot longer because it was just so long and didn't want to like stand up and flip. It still has some pop in the back, so this ball's got a little bit in the engine in the back end. So I'm just gonna have to adjust my angles a little bit, open up, and see what happens. First, let's go ahead and make the spare. Funny story about my spare ball. As you see it roll down the lane, see the little line that goes over it? People thought that was like part of the design. That is not a part of the design. When you throw as many spares as I do, because you don't strike enough, you kind of burn that decal off the ball. So that's actually my track line that I roll over the ball constantly. I've actually burned the decal off the ball. Just a little FYI. Anyways, so I got 2 options. I can still try to get the ball to 6, where I know it's actually drier, or I could try to move into the oil to see if that creates better hold. I'm going to go ahead and move 4 right, so I'm standing 24. We're going to be looking at like about 9. About 9. That's pretty close. And there we go. Got it more in the oil, so it tamed down that back end just a little bit, get the ball a little bit more chance to burn up a little bit more energy by revving up, not necessarily reading because it was in the oil. And the oil is slick. Slick helps the ball to increase the revolutions because there's less friction for it to slow down. So I was hoping, and what happened was, that made the ball burn up a little bit more that way, and I didn't have to give away the pocket so much to see the dry and have the ball be erratic. Let's try it again and see what happens. So 24, looking at about 9. Let's see what happens. That was about 10. Yeah, kind of just a hair inside, and it went more up the lane instead of opening up just a little bit, too close to the headpin. But that also tells me that I don't have to be afraid of the ball not recovering. So that gives me a little bit more confidence to move a little bit deeper. But I can still move deeper without trying to send the ball to the gutter. Let's make the spare. Oh, kind of stuck a little bit, but when you throw a spare ball, all you gotta do is get it online. So I'll move another 2. So we're standing 26. Keep in mind, I line up with my left foot. I'm left hand, I line up with my left foot. So some people are like, that ain't 26, they're looking at my right foot. We're gonna creep a little bit more into the oil, so we're looking at about 11. That was pretty good. Wow. 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 Well, can't say nothing about that except for throw it better. You can't really throw it much better than that. Just didn't expect the ball to have that much pop in the back end. So now that I know that this ball wants to go, don't fight it. Well, we're gonna try one more. We're gonna fight it one more time. I'm gonna take a little bit of hand out of the ball, being that it was that aggressive off the back end. Maybe if I take a little bit of hand out of the ball, it'll smooth it out, but it still should be aggressive enough, possibly to still kick out the 7, not on week 7. Let's find out. 26. Take a little hand out of the ball, looking at 11. That's pretty close. Man, that actually made the ball read a little bit earlier. So there's a rule about bowling that says sometimes less is more. I took some hand out of the ball and I got a greater reaction. That's true in a lot of times aspects of the sport in different aspects. In this case, I believe because I took a little bit of hand out of the ball, that delayed some of that burn that I was trying to create early to make the ball rev up, to burn up a little bit, to be a little bit smoother down lane, to delay some of that to where it picked up more on its own and reacted more aggressively or more early than before, because the ball didn't burn up as much early because I was making it burn up early. So here's your tip of the throw lesson for the day. Get 2 out of 3. Good job. Almost broke a nail. So now what are we gonna do? I continue to get deeper and see if I can still kick the corners out. It's always fun to get deep. Watch the ball boom back. So I might be out of frame. I didn't expect it to get this deep, so I had the camera pushed over a little bit further. But we're gonna go and get deeper. So we're gonna get to, just quit all the monkey business. Let's get over to 30. 30 with my left foot. Looking at about 14. I'm gonna hit the ball so I can kind of spin it off my hand and see if I get it to burn up. Let's go. There we go. Just as I thought. I hit it, let it burn up too much, and I flat 7. Which is good. That means I don't really have to hit it that hard. Because I'm 145 pounds. I hit the ball like that all day. I'm good for 2 games and I'm done. I'm EJ Tackasize without the EJ power. Make it fair. All right, so we're gonna go back to 30. And this time try to hit the dog snot out of it so it doesn't have a chance to burn up so much. Carry a little bit of energy further down lane, see if it's still strong enough. Kick 7 out. Stand at 30. A little bit of hand out of the ball. Let's go. There we go. Take a little bit of hand out of the ball, saves a little bit more energy for down lane, and I carry the corner. It was pretty predictable, pretty readable. And the fact that it comes back gives me more confidence that I don't have to try to hit it. I can just roll the ball. I do feel like I do have to be a little bit aggressive with it because of the drilling, where I have it roll a little bit early. So I feel like if I get a little bit soft with it, I might go through the face like I did on that one split. So stay aggressive, but I don't have to overpower the ball. Just roll it. Try it again. Stand at 30, looking at about 14, 15. Yeah, and I even threw that one bad. I looped it off my hand instead of coming up the back of it, was forced the ball to get further down lane, but it was still strong enough to still recover and give me a half pocket strike. So, kind of liking it. I always like a ball that gives me some room to miss. None of us are perfect, no matter how it looks like we are or how much we say we are. None of us are perfect. But if you get that ball in your hand, that's going to give you a little bit of room. It makes you look a little bit more perfect. Same shot. Let's go. I kind of missed that one at the bottom. Doesn't matter because that ball recovers. Missed it at the bottom, looped around it, strike, aced it, strike. The only time it didn't strike is when I tried to help it. Note to self, If you're trying to help the ball, you're in the wrong ball. Balls are designed to do something. All you gotta do is lay it down and let it do what it do. So let's do that one more time. One more time. We're in the 10th frame. Oh, we're gonna try something else. Y'all wanna try something else? Let's try something else. Get tired of seeing the same thing over and over. So I'm gonna try to be more up the back of it instead of spinning off my hand. Being more up the back of it is gonna make the ball stand up, which should make the ball read earlier. So I'm gonna be real careful. I'm gonna probably open up my angles just a little bit more and see if I can still carry the corner by getting the ball further left and see if it still has enough in the engine to carry the corner. So we're gonna stay in the same place. 30 with my left foot. I'm looking at let's go 13, 12, 13. I'm gonna try to be more at the back of it. Oh, that's gone, that's gone, that's gone, that's gone. I felt that. When I caught it hard. I'm like, yeah, that's gonna stand up and go. That had no chance. And if you was able to see it, that ball made it about 25 feet and it wiggled. That's when that weight block kind of took over. It's like, it's time to go because I got that aggressive drilling on it. That's gonna make the ball roll early. So yeah, I do believe it will have enough engine to carry the corner if I throw that shot right. So we're gonna try one more time, see if I can throw it right and see what happens. I'm gonna move another 2 right because I don't believe the ball is gonna get to the spot because it's gonna stand up and go before it makes it to where I need the ball to get to before it hooks. So I'm gonna get deeper, see if I can get the oil to push it down further. There we go, get up. Okay, I'm sold. Ball's in the A bag. I like it. First game, don't think it was a huge game. Let's see what it is. Let's see what it is. 203, not too shabby. Filling out the ball. New drilling. I haven't put on anything else. A lot of people like to have the same drilling on every single ball, which I understand for consistency purposes. But I do recommend having about 3 different types of drillings that you feel work best for you, to have those different options in the bag when the lanes don't play quite how you want to. As far as this ball, I don't really see it on the fresh, only because it has so much pop in the back end when it gets down the lane. But once the lanes start to transition, game 2, game 3, I see this ball as a beast. So it's gonna probably go in my A bag. I'm gonna swap some things out for the next couple of months, but this is definitely going in the bag. On that note, like the jerseys, it's one of my new jerseys that I just got. Captain America, had to go with my little military theme. You know, go Army. Sorry, I know I got some Air Force buddies out there, some Navy buddies, some Marine buddies, but Army, just saying. Anyways, Captain America, if you like the jerseys, IamBowling.com, Fro20 for 20% off your orders. If you like the bags, NexusBag.com, Afro10 for 10% off. There is a new version of the Nexus Bag version 2. Have a lot of improvements from the first bag. Check it out. If y'all are ever in Killeen, Texas, Bolarama, always hooking me up, helping me out to do these videos. Thank every one of y'all for y'all's support. I'm gonna get out of here. My next tournament that I got coming up is in Wichita, Kansas, next month, the first weekend. Any of my Kansas peeps out there, swing on by. New shout out to all my buddies out there. And before I say it, I've been getting a whole lot of flack about what about us? What about us? What about us? I get to y'all, but right now, we're gonna go with my Arizona peeps. Got a lot of buddies out there in Arizona. Thank y'all for y'all support. I'm out of here. Y'all take care. Fro Nation, Bowling Nation, Motiv Nation. Peace.